नमस्ते गुरुजी, जय गुरुजी महाराज, जय गुरुजी सासंग जी. On with folded hands, we thank you our Guruji Maharaj for enabling us organizing Sangha Sharing Seva on behalf of multilingual global Sevadar team. Today we are very fortunate to have with us dear Jaspal Alag ji, who will be sharing his journey with Guruji Maharaj. Earlier we had listened to him in his previous session. Now, in continuation of that, Sangatji, we are looking forward hearing your satsang. Jaspal ji, Jai Guru ji, over to you.
Shukriya. Jai Guruji Maharaj, I am grateful to Vasan Uncle and the entire team of Multilingual Global Platform for giving me this opportunity and letting me give my side of way of praising Guruji for all the blessings that he has given to me, my family, and is giving it to the world period of time. I will firstly start from a little bit mentioning about our karmic baggage. We talk a lot about that. In Hinduism, we believe that we have a karmic baggage with us. It is basically is one's actions, intentions, and choices from this life and the previous life. And this somehow also converts into our destiny. I won't hesitate to say that basically karmic is done more for the negative side, that anything happens, he says, usko karmo ka phal mil raha hai. But when we say this fellow has done very well, we really don't say, we say perhaps he has applied himself very well. But it is all karmic baggage of good, bad, whatever. Guruji can change the destiny. He has changed, as you will see subsequently, that he changed to so many people, and he is still doing that in his infinite route. During his physical form, he had limitations. He used to take the diseases, the problems, the miseries of Sangat onto himself, and he used to suffer also. And through his bhakti, he will rid of this. And in the evening, when he came and sat on the Maharaj's chair, there was no sign of that, whatever suffering he had taken. He used to be glowing always. Now, I will tell basically that even today he is doing this, is basically from the point of view is saying that after his leaving the physical body, the Sangat is multiplying word over in geometrical progression. 2 to 4 and 4 to 16 and 16 to 256 all over the world. It is a proof that people are getting blessed by Guruji and they are realizing that their lives' destinies are being changed, their lives are being controlled, or their lives are being benefited by Guruji. Now, I will now tell you my views that as to how during his physical form, Guruji used to bless the people. One was by just looking at a person. He looked at a person, he had such piercing eyes. I have a personal experience of that, as if his eye light has gone through our body. That kind of a piercing eye, if he looked at a particular person. So by mere look, there's a colonel whose daughter, young daughter, 15, 16, 17 years old, had suddenly developed drooping eyes. Drooping eyes is that the muscle holding the eyeballs in the eye socket, they become loose and the eyeballs start handing. It's a very major medical problem. He brought him to Guruji. Guruji just looked at him and she was perfectly fine. This is narrated by none other than Colonel Shastri. Similarly, he could, many people came to him, they just sat down, they had pain, back pain or elsewhere, they were hesitant to sit down, but the moment they sat down and they got up and they forgot that they had any pain in their body. One example is a famous person, Raghu Rai's auntie, Meeta, I think. She had huge big problem of with the back, and the moment she sat down, she was perfectly fine. Giving cha prasad and langar. Sangatji, Guruji's chai prasad and langar were divine. I have fond memories of mum person. We cannot, gunga, we similarly, we can't describe that, but it used to be like that. They were all blessed. Even today, it is blessed. The moment it is, a bhog has been done in front of Guruji's picture is not Guruji, it is Guruji himself, then it is blessed. The chai used to be piping hot and divine. One famous politician, Sharad Pawar, everybody knows him, had mouth cancer. He came to Guruji. Guruji asked him to take a glass of tea. He was very hesitant, but he took. He left about 10, 15, 20%. He got cured. But the percentage of the chai prasad that he left in the glass, that percentage of his disease was still remaining. Had he finished the chai prasad, he would have been totally cured. Similarly, langar prasad. Anita Kumar auntie, you have heard that she had skin cancer, she had chronic asthma. Asthma used to be so bad that at times she used to be moved to ICU. She was so breathless. So she came to Guruji, Guruji her to bless her. Guruji told her to take langar. She was very hesitant. The Guruji said, "This is your medicine. Take it." She took it. And all the time she was thinking that what time she'll be moved to the ICU. She went home dreaming that she's being moved to ICU. She had such a comfortable, peaceful sleep. She got up in the morning and the asthma had gone. So, Sangatji, never leave langar. If you want less, you tell the Sevadar to give you less. But if you have taken more, don't waste it, don't throw it, consume it fully. Now, being Antaryami, he knew everything inside out of every person. There is one young person, Mr. Bakshi from Chandigarh. While playing golf, he just looked back and somebody was teeing off from the golf tee. And the ball stuck on his eyes and his eyeball came out. His eyeball came out in his hand. They rushed him to the hospital. The hospital put the eyeball back inside and put bandage and told him that he will lose this eye. His family went to Guruji. Guruji gave a complete chart that after so many days he will be cured by 50%, and after so many days 80%, and he will be fully cured, but still there will be small defect remaining. And they took him to Netralaya. He, according to that program, only became absolutely all right. By saying Kalyan Kita, Guruji used to cure cancer. Jathera uncle, his cancer, his son's cancer got cured by Guruji's mere saying that. Hepatitis C, the Air Marshal Anil Chopra uncle, who had hepatitis C, was on the DI list, dangerously ill, left, and there is no cure. Guruji blessed him, his hepatitis C cured. Uh, Closer home, septicemia, it got totally cured by Guruji's blessings. Now, all these things are basically that microorganism or bacteria or viruses, they come and invade the blood, gets infected, and antibiotic does not work on them. But Jeev Jant Sab Tera Khel, you have heard the moment Guruji has said Kalyan Kita, they all are under his control and they start reverting back to their original place. And the person starts feeling all his feeling organs starts regaining strength and he's all right. He controlled mind. And I'll give you an example. Like, for example, if he blessed somebody who had a court case and Guruji blessed him, "Ya tera kalyan kita," the judge will do what Guruji wanted to do him to do. And the testimony of this fact is, at the time of dismissing the case, he would say, "Ja aish kar," the word that Guruji used to say. Or I told you in my first part that how Guruji, I gave 4 form for visa and I told Guruji that we are going to American Embassy tomorrow. Guruji says, "Dara Kalyan Kita." The senior counselor said those words which Guruji used to say. My auntie was standing behind me in the line. He said, "Is she your girlfriend?" I said, "No, she is my wife." So he said, How would you like if I give you 10 years visa? We had just wanted to visit USA, which is normally generally 6 months visa." I said, to all 4 of us, my son and daughter-in-law was also standing in the line. He said, "Yes," to everybody. I said, "I appreciate it." He said, "Go there." And Guruji knew it because when we came in the evening, we mentioned, he said, "Pata hai jab aida." So he controlled his mind. We could see that. Then Guruji knows the future. He knows the future, past, present, everything. My son was to meet, finally moved to America in 2004. And Guruji gave us a handful of sarup and said, "Keep it in your car." We did that. My son was met with an accident. He was totally saved, the whole family. I'll narrate more in detail subsequently about this. But Guruji knew that this accident has to happen. But now, sometime you may say that you used to go to Guruji. Why did this happen? Because of a karmic baggage, that karmo ka phal to milega hi. So, but Guruji reduced this effect of that to by 90% and only 10% in this case, like loss of the car. He used to rewrite destinies. He gave life 5 to 20 years. You must have heard those satsangs. Like Anita Verma auntie, her husband Colonel Verma had cancer. Guruji showed with a spoon a reflection of the stomach and gave him 20 years life. He lived for 20 years and after that he left this world. Many people were told by Guruji, some people were told by Guruji to change their business or change their service. They were initially shocked, but Guruji knew, he knows the future. Like somebody, he told him, change the business. And the moment they did that, they suddenly found that business would have gone into obsolescence and they would have met heavy losses. They would have been ruined. So he could this. Now, Guruji is not in his physical form, but he's benefiting, he's blessing many millions of people. Those who are deeply connected, sincerely connected, And with their heart and soul, Guruji is doing this even today. And that is the reason that you are multiplying the Sangat all over the world. Guruji took me and my auntie to Bade Mandir. That time, Bade Mandir was not, even the electricity was not there. So we went in, there were lanterns inside. But I remember the whole hall was glowing, and we were offered Coca Cola, not the cup of tea. And we went to somebody's house along with Guruji. So we are very fortunate. We attended many functions in in presence of Guruji in Empire State as well as in Bada Mandir. Lodi was one such function which we attended initially. Now, this was, I think, in 99 sometime. The road was not metalled inside, it was gravel road. The lots were not complete, and there was hardly any, any traffic, any car moving inside. So it was put outside, the woods were put outside, and it was lit up. We were about 10-15 people, and Guruji, somebody held a parat. Guruji had Moongfali and Revdi. He threw it into that. He gave us chikki. I remember that. And we went round the fire. My auntie says that she saw that the fire was virtually touching the sky, very high. Um, my auntie tied Rakhi. That Guruji was so loving. He was Bholenath, absolutely Bholenath. In fact, my auntie took the initiative to get up, and the moment she got up, there other ladies also came subsequently. Guruji extended his hand and she tied the Rakhi, and others also did that. Um, we celebrated Guruji's with Guruji New Year. We celebrated Diwali. New Year, I remember in 99, 31st December. I was that time posted in Ambala, so I came to Delhi and then went to Empire State. The It was a beautiful, at exactly 12 o'clock, the lights were switched off. I still remember the window pane behind Guruji's was blue, and it was appearing to me absolutely blue, and Guruji was glowing. So we wished that, and I had gone in a jonga. Jonga is a kind of a jeep generally used in the army, more used in the army. As I came outside after taking Guruji's permission, I found that the driver told me that one of the tire has got punctured. Now, jonga is not a very sort of common jeep transport, which you can see so many. But we do not know how a person came and he said, "Look, I've got a jonga and I've got a spare tire." And he gave it to him. And we fitted the tire. And I came home, and early morning, late, maybe 1 o'clock or so, or even later than that, I had to return to my army formation unit. So I boarded the train early morning. I do not know how that tire was sorted out, but it was sorted out. As I boarded the train, there was hardly anybody. In fact, in my compartment, I was the only person. The whole compartment was decorated by that catering staff, which normally travels along with the train. And they gave us goodies. And we reached exactly on time at Ambala, where generally it used to be 10, 15, 20 minutes late, because I had to rush to my unit, which my office time was 9 o'clock, and I reached well in time. Um, in Bade Mandir, we attended, I think it was 2004, if I'm not wrong, 31st of New Year function, where this Hansraj Hans had come. And one thing I noticed, that Guruji will not be participating in all these singers singing, or as people are dancing, he'll not be participating or sort of swaying or something. He'll be, in fact, more serious and looking down or here and there. Perhaps he was blessing people elsewhere. Guruji once told us to go to Bade Mandir, Hanuman Mandir, and give 5.25 kgs of gold. Guruji only knows. We never knew why Guruji sent us there. Me and my auntie went there and we give it there. Um, One day, my auntie we had taken our mother-in-law, my auntie's mother, a couple of times. One day, when she went with us, she very casually told my auntie that, "Tell Guruji, I have a lot of pain in my knees and legs." So auntie very innocently told Guruji, "Guruji, मेरी mother no is a lot of pain in the knees." So Guruji very firmly said, "Am I a doctor?" My mother-in-law, later I learned, felt bad because she felt that Guruji has scolded her. But my auntie explained to her mother that even a scold of Guruji is a blessing. We never heard her complaining about knee or this. I'm very sure it would have absolutely gone. Um, Guruji never revealed anybody who he was in early years. Once my elder brother, used to live in America in Cleveland. He came and uh, I took him to Guruji and I told Guruji is come. So as we bowed down, so Guruji said, General Grewal, whom I knew him, he was just sitting next to his feet. Guruji said, Inu mere bare das. So he started narrating all the attributes of a god of Guruji to my brother. He said to start off with, ki even his urine and sweat, every part of his body has fragrance. Guruji just smiled. Even I think I've mentioned somebody had a poem where he described Guruji as a god descended on earth. But we left it at that and never uh, uncovered anything more than that. One friend of mine who was a colonel in army, now retired in living in Meerut. So he came and met me, and we decided to go together to Guruji. And as we bowed down to Guruji, Guruji he recognized he was an old Sangat from Jalandhar. Guruji told him, everybody asks here materialist things. Sab faltu di cheeza mangde hage. Nobody asked for the real thing. I heard, I was just by his side. So we bowed down, sat down, and after taking Guruji's permission, we came outside the veranda. That friend of mine told me that next time when you go to Guruji, tell him to give you Naam. I honestly did not know what Naam really means that time. So next day I went, and as I bowed down, and I told Guruji, Menu Naam deo, give me Naam. So I heard very distinctly, heard Guruji said, Hune nahi, not now. My auntie says she heard Guruji saying ki Chopai Sabda Path Karya Kar. So which I do even now. My son, I mentioned earlier that he was in Dubai. He came, we got a visa, 10 years. Thereafter, he did not go back to Dubai. He stayed with us. He was looking for a job in a telecom company. So one day, Guruji told him to go to Amritsar. And I won't really remember, we all went or he went alone. So as he went there, the car seva of the Sarovar, that must all water was being emptied, and there are all the slush that mud that settles down below on the floor was being cleaned. And there were lakhs of people. It is see to believe how this car seva is done in Amritsar. Everybody thinks as it's a precious soil which they take it and put it in their fields. So there were millions of people. You could not even enter inside, as my son explains. Suddenly, some person came. He caught my son's hand, took him inside the Darbar Sahib so that he could bow there, and came out and put him in the car seva where he did. As he came back, he narrated to Guruji. Guruji used to generally tell him Ashkar. So I think very shortly after that, he got a uh, telecom company. He was subsequently in India's one of the best telecom company. He was serving there, and Guruji is Antaryami. I was one day thinking in sitting there that it is almost 8 7 8 years that Guruji have been coming. You tell so many people to give tell your satsang, and you never told me to do satsang. Guruji, that day I just, as I bowed down, Guruji told me, I was thinking about that, ki Guruji should tell me to do satsang, but he did not tell me. Instead, he said, whatever has happened, whatever is your experience or your blessings, uh, write it on a piece of paper and give it to Roma auntie who was standing next to her. I remember, I knew her well. So I wrote that. And subsequently, I think 2011-12, I came to know that it is in Light of Divinity. My name is there in this thing. So he's Antaryama. Sometime in 2001 to sometime, being in army, every year we have a annual medical examination. Basically, based on that, you are declared you're absolutely fit for going in the front area, and also fit for your promotion. So this is very important, this thing. If any disability is there, then it affects your promotions. My family is generally, I have three brothers. They were all diabetic, and so we were family wise were prone to diabetes. My annual medical, I was found to be absolutely a border case. It was 106 fasting, I think. So the doctor underlined it and wrote with red, no sugar. Now, about the same time after that, I was not allowed to take sugar at all. I came to Guruji's place one day, and not very many people were there. So Guruji called me, and when I went and took, lined up for prasad, my turn came. He put four big amartis in my hand. So I sat down and ate. Then Guruji waved at me and told me, Commander. This is the only time Guruji called me Commander. I never told him who I was. I just gave my name to the person who wrote my telephone number. Didn't write what I was. Guruji called me Commander. He's an Antaryami. Gave me four more. So I had 8 imartis. It is almost more than a half a kg of sweet, and the sweet is also pure sugar. And then when we had langar, I think there was one more laddu also along with that. I had that. It is today almost 24, 25 years. My blood sugar is just the same, and it has not deteriorated. Though, of course, I'm particular. I don't eat too many sweets, but I don't hesitate to take. So Guruji cured people He had no heart. So Guruji gave samosa, he gave only to ulcer. So you can imagine, basically, he is God Almighty, and these things were insignificant. So basically, he had cured you beforehand. Um, Once my son started working at home, our grandson was born, and we used to go very often to Guruji's place. The whole family used to go, my son, my daughter-in-law, my grandson, my auntie, and I, very often. Sometime in 2004, my son got a job in America, the telecom companies in America. So I went to Guruji and I told him, Guruji, Gurtaj has got a job in USA. So Guruji said, Jaan de usko. To many, he used to say, cancel. But Guruji said, Jaan de. He went there, and me and my auntie used to go regularly. Sometime in July or so, Guruji, we went, bow down to him. He gave a hand fistful of his sarups. You know, the small sarup with both hands blessing, a yellow chola Guruji's in that sarup, a fistful of those. And he said, Inanu apni cards rakhya kar. So whatever cars I had, I used to put it in that. And all the years that I was going many nights to almost 30-35 kilometer one way, coming back late at night, I never had any problem with my car ever. This was all because of Guruji's blessings. My auntie went in July, August to USA. I did not go for some reason. And she went, my son was that time in Los Angeles. She had taken this sarup with her. She put one sarup in my son's car. I used to go regularly to Guruji's place alone also. So one day I went there after langar, taking permission. I came back home. I had such a fragrance in my room, my bedroom. It was all full of roses, as if somebody has put petals of roses. Unmistakable. I will never forget that. I even touched my, dhobi washed night suit. I felt perhaps from there it is coming, but it was all in the room. I thought Guruji has blessed me. I went to sleep. Morning, as a routine, I used to call up my auntie in America. My 7 o'clock in the morning used to be corresponding 6:30 evening, summertime, Los Angeles, West Coast. So as I just rung up, my auntie just told me that we have met with an accident, terrible accident. We are all at the accident site. A car is totally smashed, but we are all safe. The police has come, they're inquiring from us, but we are all safe. Now later I learned that my son was driving. Daughter-in-law was on the right of the car. My auntie was sitting at the back, left-hand side, and grandson, who was that time about 3.5 years old, he was in the back seat. And my son saw a green light getting yellow far away. So he thought he will be able to turn right. So he sped the car. A Corvette driver, a person coming in Corvette, which is almost like a very speeding car or racing car, he saw from far his light was green. So he further pressed the accelerator. And they both met head-on collision. This car of my son was dragged about 40-50 meters. The smoke started coming from the tires. My auntie narrated to me that the car seat where my grandson was sitting broke and my grandson fell in her hands. She did not open her eyes for a couple of seconds. hoping that he's all right. But as she opened the eyes, the boy was smiling. Uh, People helped them out to come out of the car. My daughter-in-law mentioned to me that her side of the door had broken, and the sharp edge of the broken door had just touched her leg. Had it been little more, her leg would have been severed. With such a terrible accident, police kept on inquiring if they were all right, but they were all right. The car was sent to salvage from there because it was just no question of any repair of that. Evening, I came to Guruji to thank him. I came a little early, 5:30 or something, and I remember seeing we were sitting by the side in front of that cupboard, sideboard. Sorry, not cupboard, sideboard. Guruji walked in. I just saw that he's just coming and sitting on the sideboard with the Nike shoes hanging down below, with the legs hanging down, with a Burberry T-shirt because on the collar I could see the Burberry sign, and a phone shirt. It was the month of September. Outside was all slushy, but I remembered, and I don't know if I was really astonished to see that his shoes were absolutely white. I remember that. Now I gathered courage to get up and about to say, Guruji, accident was here. As I said, I think barely said accident, which said, Beja, I know what has happened. Now this is what Guruji said, and I told beginning that our karmic baggage has to be cleared. 90% of the miseries or the problem Guruji pardoned, and only 10% in this case the car was written off, which was insignificant. They were all right. This is Guruji. Once Guruji has held your hand, he does not leave you. And I have got such experiences that in 2012, my auntie suddenly developed breathlessness, and we rushed her to the doctor. They said it's pneumonia. While they were treating pneumonia, they started saying that it is got cancer. And they tried all the investigation for cancer. I had meanwhile gone to Bade Mandir. It was closed a month of May or April, May. It was very warm. I drove down there and I prayed Guruji. And I came back. When the PET scan was done, which was all clear, the doctor was so adamant saying that she's got such symptoms, which is only shows that she's got cancer because she had nodules in her fascia, in the pipe joining lungs to the mouth. I said that can only happen with the cancer patient. It was not there. I took courage to take her to Max Hospital, where the doctor treated him for. I asked him later what it was. He says uh, it was chronic infection. I mean, that's the word he could not explain. She was all right in about 10, 12 days there. We moved to America, stayed for 6 months here. It was very cold. It snowed also here in Seattle. She was perfectly all right. She's perfectly all right. So it is Guruji who blessed. And the fight between the doctor and the Guruji, Guruji won because that doctor failed to establish that she had cancer. I can say my own. I am now talking. 2015, I got my both knees operated or replaced. Within a month's time, I had a stroke. And so bad stroke that I was rushed to the hospital, Escort Hospital in Delhi. Later, the doctor told me that when I was rushed in the hospital, a similar age, my person, well-known, renowned person, was also wheeled in, whom the whole staff in the hospital knew because he was instrument in getting the land on which Escort Hospital was built. So everybody knew him. So when with a similar condition, my age almost, the whole effort of the hospital was on that man. Guruji, his blessings were with me. I became all right, and I'm perfectly fine. I can speak all right. I can walk all right. Jai Guruji. I will like to, in the end, just mention one thing, that why Guruji used to say that Ik Rab nu mano. There are so many gods. I have seen some friends' house we go in India, particularly. They have in their puja room almost all gods' photo or whatever, murti. Now, if Guruji said that the Guru ki seva, bahut kardi, it's very tough. And if we take 10 gurus and we pay out of our 100% effort or attention or prayer, or all to 10, it gets divided 10% each you're doing, so it is not. Guruji said, if you pray Satya Sai Baba, you pray Satya Sai Baba, you'll find me in him. Because Ek Omkar, God is one. That is the reason if you focus on to one, to Guruji, then just focus on to Guruji. If you focus on to Krishna Bhagwan, just see Guruji and Krishna Bhagwan. That is what it meant. I am grateful to once again to Vasan uncle for his devotion, his service that he is doing. I have no doubt he is being blessed by Guruji, undoubtedly. The whole global multilingual platform team is being blessed. Keep doing this work. Guruji, bless you, bless the complete Sangat who's connected today or who is going to listen to my satsang. Guruji will bless them immensely. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji Maharaj. Dhan Dhan Guruji Maharaj. Thanks a lot for sharing your experiences and journey with Guruji Maharaj. Your messages were divine, blissful, and impactful indeed. Thanks a lot once again on behalf of Multilingual Global Sevadar team and entire Global Sangat who heard your satsang and who will be hearing these satsang in future. जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी. महाराज की कृपा आप पर, परिवार पर बने रहे. आप हेल्दी रहें, खुश रहें और महाराज की कृपा बराबर सब पर बने रहे. महाराज, हम सब गुरु महाराज जी से आज्ञा लेते हैं. जय गुरु जी.